Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia has been raining since the game began. A steady rain. 12-6, Dallas leading the Eagles. Emmitt Smith tripped up after he picked up a couple by Hollis Thomas.
Yeah, we were talking about these footballs and if they really are keeping them dry. I mean, the passing game doesn't look like it because in the second half, the net passing for the Cowboys has been 9 yards. The net passing for the Eagles has been 4. Rodney Pete's been 1 out of 7, and I don't know that it is the ball. I'm not making excuses for him, but that's the worst kind of ball to throw is a wet ball.
They had a lot of passes dropped. Here comes the blitz. Emmitt Smith gets the carry and is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Lost maybe a yard. Darian Connor made the hit that brought him down. Clock is running, however.
Yeah, this Eagle defense has done an outstanding job also. I mean, the special teams have hurt them, but they've really been stuffing the run for the most part, although Emmitt Smith has over 100 yards, and they've been pass rushing, and Troy Vincent has been outstanding today against Michael Irvin.
3rd and 8. They're 3 out of 12 on third down conversions. Irvin goes in motion. Wilson to pitch back to Emmitt Smith. He'll get some yards, but not quite a first.
They were going to run at Richard Dent. Richard Dent was in there as a pass rushing specialist, and he was going against Larry Allen. And Richard Dent just takes off up the field. You watch him here. He's going to take off up the field. They get him inside and just pitch the ball outside. Nate Newton pulls around to try and lead to get a first down. That's the second time the Cowboys have had that ball on third down and gone to the run.
Mark Say back deep for the Eagles. They'll get the ball back with 4.5 minutes left. A flag on the play. They might have taken too much time. That'll stop the clock. It's 4:30.
Ball start.
I think the Cowboys moved.
Yeah.
5 yards. It's still 4th down.
Yeah, it was the right side. It was either the right guard or the right tackle. Started moving like he was going into pass protection. And then we talk about the Cowboys having good special teams. They have very good coverage teams.
They really do. They back up 5.
This is where Billy Davis is usually one of the first guys down there and making a tackle.
Better kick by Golan. Out of bounds. Next week we'll be in San Francisco. There's a flag on this play. Back at the original line of scrimmage. Going to be holding against the Eagles.
Holding number 22 of the receiving team. 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
That's a tough one. A critical one.
That is a tough one because that one had to be during the play or in post-possession, so it's the same type of thing. When did it happen? It happened after the kick. That's just a
Deuce
wrestling
Staley,
match.
yeah. And Billy Davis.
Well, I said Billy Davis was going to be the first guy down there, and Deuce Staley wasn't going to let him be the first guy down there.
That was another one of those post-possession fouls, so it'll be the Eagles' ball.
Yeah, right. The penalty was after the ball was kicked.
Right.
They weren't going to let Billy Davis get there, but Billy Davis was on the other side anyway.
Garner in the backfield. Here's the rush. It's screen pass to Garner, and he is upended and stayed on his feet somehow until he's taken down finally.
Yeah, Randall Godfrey played that well, though, for the Cowboys. That's the thing on the screen. You have to get right out there and watch Randall Godfrey. He's number 56. He's going to see it. He's going to feel it. He's sliding right down the line. Then he gets here. Now watch him get the penetration right there. He made Charlie Garner stop so that a bunch of his friends could get over there and make the tackle. But that play was made by Randall Godfrey.
Antonio Anderson has led the pursuit. Here's Pete. He gets the ball outside to Kevin Turner. Turner still on his feet. Turner into Dallas territory, out of bounds at about the 42. Randall Godfrey knocked him out of bounds.
Well, Ray Rhodes was saying that they like to get the ball to Kevin Turner early, and that was the first time they've gotten it to him today. That's Kevin Turner's first catch. Watch him. He comes out there, and they just throw that ball out there, and he gets the thing out flanked, and then he makes Kevin Smith miss on a tackle, and then just goes right up the sideline.
First down, Eagles at the Dallas 42. Cowboys leading 12-6. Pete to Ricky Waters. No gain. What was Deion Sanders excited about something?
It looked like he thought there was a penalty, unless he was just excited about coming in there and stopping him for no gain. You know, that's one thing that everyone thinks they can do against the Cowboys is they don't think that Deion is a good tackler. Now, he doesn't enjoy tackling as much as the other part, but he is a good tackler, and everyone tries to get him up in force and run at him.
He's just not a very aggressive tackler, but he is very sure. Here's Rodney Pete to Fryer, and Fryer can't find the handle.
And that's the second one in a row that Irving Fryer has dropped.
That makes you think that the ball has to be very slippery.
Or the gloves or something because, you know, he made, remember earlier in the game, he made such a great one-handed catch, and then he's dropped two perfect passes right into his hand.
Those right there, 3rd and 11.
And the Eagles are in a position now that they have to think of 3rd and 11, but they have to think in terms of 2 downs. They don't have to get this all on 1 down because they will have to go for it on 4th down because they need a touchdown.
They send Fryer in motion again. Pete has good protection, and the pass is incomplete. Thrown up the middle to Irving Fryer, who had it in the basket and lost it.
You see, Brock Marion tried to help Irving Fryer up, and Irving Fryer would have no part of that. But the ball's thrown in there. Brock Marion is right there. I think that one's dropped also.
Yes, it is.
Irving Fryer has really dropped 3 in a row. Watch Brock Marion. He's going to go to help him up, and Irving Fryer says no thank you.
He wants none of that.
He wasn't gonna, this is a big down. This is a game right here.
Right here. 2:45 left. Pete retreats. And the pass is caught. That's close to a first down. It depends on where they spot it.
Oh, you're exactly right. Where they spot it. Where that guy put his right foot. He hasn't put it down yet. This official, the second official there, where he's going to put that foot. Oh, is this close?
It's a big, big call.
Because if it's not a first down, it's a Cowboys ball.
Well.
Oh, and then do they put it at the toe or the heel? Do they put it at the front of the foot or the middle of the foot or the back of the foot?
Is that left foot? There's something about that left foot that I remember.
Yeah, it was a right foot.
Right foot?
That was a right foot job that he got there.
Well, we'll see. The life of a coach.
First down. Oh, you talk about a game of inches and a spot. I mean, how does that guy come in there and just put his foot down? If he puts his left foot down, that wouldn't have been a first down. He did give him the right foot job on that one, and a first down for the Eagles.
Today's game is being produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Sandy Grossman. The associate director is Mike Roy. Broadcast associates are Fran Morrison and Charles McDonald. Technical producer Bob Muller. Studio was produced by Scott Axelson and directed by Bob Levy. Senior producers Bill Brown. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. Timeout, Philadelphia. That leaves them with 2.
It's freezing. It's quiet. But you get used to it. You grow to love it.
Snow Fox 2-1. This is Snow Fox base.
This is Snow Fox 2-1.
Then a storm comes up. And I'm the one who's got to get us out of here. And I remember who gave me courage. This is for them. For my mom and dad, who never missed a game. For Drill Sergeant McCardle, who showed me what it takes to be a leader.
Visual contact, Sergeant.
And for myself, who became one.
We showed you coach's reaction. How about the players' reaction? Charlie Garner, yeah.
You see how they lined up? They're like a plumb bob. They were plumb bobbing that line there.
Oh, boy.
I don't think Troy Aikman is plumb bobbing that line.
I don't jumping and leaping by Troy Aikman.
I think he's still woozy from that slight concussion that he had in the first half.
First down, Eagles at the Cowboy 32-yard line. Rodney Peete to throw. Here's the screen pass. This time it's to Turner. And Kevin Turner fights his way to the 25 and out of bounds.
They'll give the 2-minute warning right here.
Not sure what he's upset about. Maybe he thinks he should have broken it.
Miller Lite presents.
My name is Lilo Starelli. Since 1946, I have made it to every single 49er home game except one. That's over 500 games. I also saved every program and every canceled check I ever wrote them. People are always asking me, wasn't it hard to keep the streak going for 50 years? I say, no, not as hard as it will be keeping it going for the next 50.
I'm Kenny, a friend of Dick's. Miller Lite has asked me to find 4 cheerleaders to send to the Super Bowl. Today you're going to meet Kelly from Dunkerton, Iowa. Kelly says her talent's working well with others.
Bow wow wow Miller Lite. Dance, dance, dance Miller Lite. Squeaky squeak Miller Lite. It's really good.
Could Kelly be a cheerleader? Help us out. Participate where you buy and drink Miller Lite.
Listen up. I have been to the edge and back, and I will tell you what I've learned. What I have learned is you don't need outer crust.
Introducing the Edge Pizza from Pizza Hut. A new pizza with no outer crust, so the toppings keep right on going.
Mushrooms keep on going. Pepperoni and sausages keep right on going. I have been to the edge and back. Join me.
16 pieces of pure pulchritudinous toppings. Have you been to the Edge?
Unless you see this episode, you won't be ready for the season premiere of The X-Files. The X-Files, tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Cowboys 12, Eagles 6, 2 minutes left. The Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining. They have the ball at the Cowboy 25. Pat Summerall here with John Madden. Barry Switzer looking on. 2nd and 3. A lot of people looking on. The handoff is to Waters. Ricky Waters out of bounds. Lost the ball, but out of bounds at the 12. Waters came back in and picked it up.
You can't go out of bounds and be the first guy to come in and touch the ball.
You can if you fumble it.
Of course, the ball has been blown dead anyway, but watch Ricky Waters here. He's fired up now. He's starting in there. He hits that 6-hole perfectly. Barrett Brooks gets a block for him, and he just runs right through it.
I don't know if the ball is out of bounds or not. The Eagles ready to run another play. In any case, this is Waters to about the 8. Clock is running.
You know, you just have a feeling that Irving Fryer is still going to make a play. I mean, Irving Fryer is a big playmaker. Irving Fryer has dropped the last 3 passes to him. He's dropped 4 passes in this game, and great players don't end games like that.
The Eagles have just put in Chad Lewis at tight end, and he is a pass receiver.
Receiving tight end.
Yep. 2nd and 7. The Eagles, less than a minute left now. Rodney Peete back to throw it. Fires it. Touchdown. Chad Lewis. Peete to Lewis. It's 12-12.
Chad Lewis is the Eagles have 3 tight ends. Jimmy Johnson, Jason Dunn, Chad Lewis. Chad Lewis is the rookie, but he's also the pass receiving tight end.
The rookie from Brigham Young. And now Bonio's extra point to give the Eagles the lead. Hutton puts it down. Flag on the play. Bonio's extra point was good, but there's a penalty marker down.
The way the Eagles are going, it looks like it's against them. You know, that was the first pass caught by an Eagle tight end in this game.
Penalty was against the Cowboys. Chad Lewis, who just made the touchdown catch.
The extra point is good. The penalty is administered on the kickoff.
45 seconds left. 13-12, Philadelphia leading.
Rodney Peete has hung in there this whole game. He's had balls tipped. He's had balls dropped. He's been sacked. But the first pass that he throws to a tight end, or the first completion to a tight end, is a rookie from BYU. Chad Lewis, he just runs a slant, and he gets that ball. But Chad Lewis, he's up on top, and they started with 3, and he's going to be right here and come right down here. You see, he started to the outside. The defender fell down.
Slipped down.
That was a heck of a move. He started like he was going outside to the corner, and then just came right back into a tight post.
The Eagles lead by a point.
You get a player from BYU, and he's caught a lot of passes.
Yeah.
Rodney Peete saw that whole thing. He was watching Chad Lewis. That was going to be his guy. And he watched him all the way and hit the big target. As what I said, the Cowboys had chances to put the Eagles away all day, and the Eagles fought, and they fought, and they fought, and they hung in there, and then this happened. But this is not one of the strengths of the Philadelphia Eagles right now, Pat.
The special teams, the kick coverage is not one of their strengths. That's so true. The kickoff sails in the direction of Herschel Walker, and Walker is taken down at about the 24-yard line by Brian Dawkins. Flag on the play. The Eagles, if they hang on, and this penalty is against Dallas, if they hang on, will be 4-4, and so will Dallas be 4-4.
And you know the thing about the Eagles, if they do hang on, and as you say, they'll be 4-4. They've won all 4 games at home. They will have lost all 4 games in a row.
Here's the kickoff return. Number 99.
It depends on, and we haven't seen what happened to the Giants. We haven't seen what happened to the Redskins, but they're all bunching up in the NFC East.
And I thought that, you know, we know there's going to be a separation, and I felt that this week would be the start of the separation.
And as far as these two teams are concerned, it's the start of a bunching together.
Listen to this crowd. They want these Cowboys. They hate the Cowboys here in Philadelphia.
That's true in a lot of places. Wade Wilson gets the pass to Emmitt Smith. 30 seconds left.
The Cowboys only have 1 timeout. I think they got to get the ball to the outside. I mean, they have to give the ball to Michael Irvin here. Wade Wilson better hurry up.
Wilson back to throw. Gets the ball to Emmitt Smith again, and he gets out of bounds. Stops the clock with 14 seconds left.
Yeah, they don't have time to be throwing loops to the backs. They got to get the ball outside to their wide receivers. There's Ernie Zampese over there in the corner calling the plays. Barry Switcher's thinking to himself, it looks like we let another one slip away. But the Eagles fought them all day. I mean, the Eagles did. I mean, the Eagles came here to fight, and they fought them all day.
They let them hang around.
And they hung around and bit them at the end.
4 field goals. Here's Wade Wilson, spins away, and now ducks under a couple of Eagle tacklers. And takes the sack with 7 seconds to go, and the Cowboys call the timeout. Philadelphia 13, Dallas 12.
Wade Wilson is going to go over there and try and get one more play that, again, that he can just hope that he can get a defensive penalty on here. Here you see they're just playing that prevent defense, and isn't it funny how when a prevent defense works, no one jokes about it. When you beat a prevent defense, they say all it does is prevent victory.
Why did you use that defense? Why did you slow things down?
The Eagles have used a lot of defenses and used a lot of defense as well.
And their defensive unit and the Cowboys defensive unit. When you only score 1 touchdown, And there's so little time left before you score it. Both defenses have done well. Here's.
You see that smile on Rodney Pete's face?
Yep.
It's been a heck of a week for him, hasn't it?
Has it ever? Twins and a victory. How much better can it get? Healthy Twins. This is just a jog out of bounds by Emmitt Smith and the Eagles. Remember how they beat Green Bay back in the first of the year when we were here? 10-9. And now it's 13-12. And the Eagles and the Cowboys are tied at 4-4.
Look at this place here. This crowd's going wild. There's fireworks. There's cannons going off. This is football.
It's been raining since the game started.
Yeah,
but these people don't know it.
Frost in the pumpkin.
Frost is washed off by now.
You know, and you talk about, what football is all about and the NFL is all about. It's about, tradition, and it's about great rivalry games. And when you get the Eagles and the Cowboys, that's one of them.
Well, you think about the last 2 weeks for Rodney Peete and his starts with the Eagles. They beat Arizona last week in overtime, and this week it's by a point. 13-12. Philadelphia over Dallas. There's the guy who caught the pass.
We talked about their defensive job Troy Vincent did. We talked about the job Rhett Hall did.
Let's send you now down to Carl Churkins.
Thank you very much, Pat. Eagles continue to congratulate Rodney Peete. Chad Lewis, who just caught that touchdown. First half, you were behind people. Second half, they dropped them, but you got the one that you needed.
Yeah, that's the story of our season so far. You got to fight all the way to the end, and every game that we play is going to be close. There's not going to be any easy ones, and you look around the NFL, and there's very few easy ones. And if you keep playing for 60 minutes, a good thing's going to happen to you.
Rodney, this team looked lifeless until Mark Say's punt return. What effect did that have?
Well, they got a pretty good defense on the other side. I mean, they're not a bunch of losers over there. I mean, they got some great players, and they made some plays on us, but the game was close. Thank God for our defense for keeping it close and giving us a chance at the end.
Rodney, congratulations. You can tell the Twins you got to win. First day there. Okay. Back upstairs to you, Pat.
All right, Chad, thank you very much. Michael Zordich.
There's a real warrior, isn't there? Michael Zordich.
He met his family yesterday.
Yeah. His father was there, and his brother was there, and he's a real player.
Any doubt about what's the play of the game? Here it is, brought to you by Energizer. From Rodney Peete to the rookie tight end Chad Lewis.
And Chad Lewis, made a heck of a move. I mean, part of all receiving is getting off the line and then getting open. But the part that he made of getting open, that move was something special.
It really was. Special to him and special to the Eagles and their fans. They win 13-12 over the hated Cowboys.